Good morning, Thursday, September 26th. It's UPB from OptionMillionaires.com. UNXL talked about it on Monday. I said it was going to head higher. Oh boy, did it ever go higher. It was up over 20% intraday yesterday. Closed just a shade below 15% higher. A strong move to the upside. I have a private Twitter account. On Monday, got into the 1650 calls for 40 cents. They hit almost $3 yesterday. I posted those. When I got into them, they dropped actually the following day to 25 cents by 30 cents. You could have got them as low as 30 cents, 10 cents cheaper than I got them for. Patience is paying off. If you go to stocktwits.com, talked about the daily gyrations are meaningless. This is a long-term trade to the upside. It's going to hit $40. Ultimately, heading into next year, could see over $100 a share. Yeah, call me crazy. Right now, the issue is the bears are piling on. They've been piling on really since it hit its high. This was a stock that was pretty much a penny stock. It broke out $40, fell, massive short interest, reached an all-time high yesterday. Massive short interest. A lot of bears out there think the stock is worthless. The reason that they think so is because there's been no revenue reported, but the press release from the company yesterday morning before the bell, really what propelled the stock higher, has the bears on their heels, backing up. So that's UNXL. Love it for upside. Also love Angie's List. Nobody loves this stock, or nobody likes it. I shouldn't say love it. You don't fall in love with a stock, really. It never does well for you if you fall in love with it. You got to keep your eyes peeled, right? You don't want to be infatuated with something. But look at this. I think the $26 level is going to be hit within the next couple trading sessions. We're at $23.75, which would be a nice move up. We're down 1.7%, but we're up almost seven straight trading days. Maybe it was 6, to the tune of 25% off our lows here. So a pullback, a modest pullback, not unexpected. And look at the relative strength index was certainly in the overbought territory like we've been throughout this year, and we've pulled back, and each time we've rallied. So to me, this is just a necessary pullback, and ultimately the $26 level, once we break that, we're going to bust into all-time highs. Angie's List, folks, could be the next Zillow. That's my opinion. Certainly a stock everybody hates. 54% of the shares that are available for trade have been borrowed and sold into the marketplace, meaning shorts are betting for downside even at this level. Okay, as the stock has rallied 100%, guess what's happened with the shorts? They've increased their position in the stock. They've increased their position. Yeah, so Angie's List, a stock that probably is going to hit new all-time highs by the end of this year, and most certainly into 2014 is going to be a nice trade for upside. How about Tesla? Another stock people have been hating for a long time, down this time last year in the low 30s, upper 20s. Massive short interest. I think it was over 30 million shares, and look at the rally it's had. Broke out of a consolidation pattern recently. Talked about this on Monday as well as last Friday, the breakout. It's been consolidating really the last 4 trading sessions since Friday, the breakout on Thursday. Stock closed at new all-time highs. We still have tremendous bearish sentiment for the stock. Nobody believes in it, and to me, just from a chart perspective, even over the last 4 or 5 months, the stock, it just looks like it still wants to keep breaking to the upside. Nobody's selling here. The shorts continue to try and sell. It's amazing. You saw with UNXL yesterday. The shorts who were trying to cover, they put in an offer at the bid. Who's selling to them, right? Well, for the whole rally for UNXL, when it was falling, actually, the sellers were the shorts. So it's funny when the stock reverses course and heads higher. The shorts who have shorted stock now need to buy it back. They're looking for someone to sell them the stock to them. Well, guess what? The shorts have been the ones selling the stock the whole time. So those long it are just sitting there and counting their profits. So let's move on. I was talking about the S&P 500. Beautiful to me, cup and handle. Some people might not call this a cup and handle. Looks like a cup and handle formation to me. Some like to look for a longer term, 3 to 5 month span. There's only over a 1.5 month span, and this is the handle. I talked about this. I actually talked about maybe we're about here, and I said that we were going to hit all-time highs. We're going to put in a nice cup and handle, and that's what we have. This government shutdown, it's another ploy to scare you out of your positions. I think this is certainly a buy the dip opportunity. And it's funny if you go around to the blogs and some of the bearish pieces out there. Yeah, obviously we're in again bubble territory. There's no doubt about it. The market is being propped up by central bank manipulation, not just here, but abroad, globally. So yeah, this is not going to end good. At some point, you can't just keep piling on debt upon debt upon debt without some sort of consequences down the road. But guess what? We're here to make money, aren't we? So why would you fight against this long-term trend since 2009? Ben Bernanke's not going to go out of office with stocks in a tailspin. Come on. Why do you think they didn't announce taper? Ben Bernanke's going to go out with stocks sitting just at all-time highs, and he can wave his hero flag and get his gold medal, and then we'll move on. And guess what? Yellen's coming in, and Yellen's even more dovish than Ben Bernanke. So this could go on for years. Years. This can could get kicked for years. If China, Japan aren't buying our debt, guess who's going to buy our debt? Ourselves. It's the biggest Ponzi scheme ever recorded. I think that's going to be a title. I'm going to copyright that. That's going to be my movie. So anyway, let's move on. We have Apple, which has been a very interesting stock. Broke out of this beautiful W bottoming pattern. Had a nice bull flag going in, and oh no, the release of their new phone came out, and the stock tumbled, and all of a sudden they said, "Oh, we sold 9 million plus iPhones," and it rocketed higher. And people are like, "Well, I don't believe it." Anyway, the bottom line is we just about filled that gap. We filled that gap up. Once we fill that gap, stock's heading higher, and I think it's going to be over $600 within the next month or two, and then from there, possible all-time highs. I'm sticking to that. That's what I've been saying for many months now. How about Google? Google is looking very weak here. Has hit trendline resistance, broke above it briefly, but now below it, and now look for a move down to about 845. That's what it looks like the stock is going to head to. A break below there could really send it below $800. But I still feel, even in spite of this bearish short-term outlook, that the stock is going to head over 1,000, like its technology brethren price line, which is over $1,000 now. Beat it to the punch. Nike earnings after the bell today. Nike very bullish, just like I was talking about on Monday, talking about Bed Bath & Beyond. Bed Bath & Beyond reported earnings after the bell, up 3%. I said it was going to hit new all-time highs. It's very possible today. This could be one of those melt-up trades. It starts off higher, and it just keeps going higher and higher throughout the session. Finally, JCPenney. Was talking about this for a long time. I said this trend line here, if it held, the stock would head up to about the $25 level. If it didn't, the company's going bankrupt. And sure enough, look at it. It didn't just it hit that line. Is the 10-year? Let me just pull back to the 10-year. It didn't just hit that line and go, oh, all right, we're going to fight it. No, it hit that line and it plummeted. And guess what? It's down another dollar pre-market right now. The stock is going to go into a free fall. I wouldn't be surprised if it was $5 within the next couple weeks. And the company, it's going to be like a steamroller. It's within about 2 to 3 weeks. I'd imagine there's going to be some sort of financing difficulty, and then before you know it, JCPenney is going to file for bankruptcy. That's what I think is going to happen. I could be wrong. I could be crazy. For all I know, I may be right. I don't know. The old Billy Joel song I can't sing. I only sing in the Option Millionaires chat room, especially when we have a day like we had yesterday with UNXL. And also the day before that with Angie's List. 2 of my last private tweets. Angie's List, $25 calls at 30 cents. And the UNXL 1650s at 40 cents, both 10 baggers. So, hey, that's what we like to do. All right, UPB here from OptionMillionaires.com. Thanks for listening. Hope everyone has a great, profitable trading session. Nike earnings after the bell. Going to be a fun one. And the government's not going to shut down. Come on. Who are we kidding? Who are we kidding? Stocks are going to hit new all-time highs within the next couple weeks. Everyone's going to be dumbfounded again. Oh, but I thought the debt sees the taper. Oh, they're going to... Come on. All right, UPB here. Been saying it for a while, so I'm done. Goodbye.